Capricorn, how are we today? Just doing our weekly reading. This week we are looking at relationships, okay? So not actually love relationships. We are looking at friends and family relationships as well as work and career relationships. I will also be pulling some cards for your energy, any important messages for you as well. Please subscribe to the channel if you're not already. I do really appreciate that support. It really does help the channel grow, along with any likes and comments. So thank you. I am using all lenormand this week. So we have the Tanis lenormand to look at friends and family. We have the green glyphs lenormand looking at career and work relationships. And then when we look at your energy or, your relationship with yourself, we do have the paper oracle lenormand as well. Okay, I do apologize in advance for any sniffling or coughing with all my sinus issues, plus winter starting here in Australia. It's probably going to be kind of like an ongoing thing for me, so we'll deal with it as we can. Okay, but starting off for Capricorn, relationships with friends and family for Capricorn, please. Relationships with friends and family for our Capricorns. Okay, Capricorn. Starting off with some typical kind of Capricorn energy here. We have the bear. Okay, so that's someone who's very strong and powerful. It's interesting with the bear because you can also be very nurturing and protective of those that you do love, which, I feel like a lot of your family do see you as, protective and the provider, strong and powerful, someone that they can, turn to if they do need, that nurturing or that protection, that you can kind of fill a lot of roles for a lot of people within your friends and family groups, that they do sort of look up to you as the strong one, the one that will do things, will get things done, that will protect them if they need to be protected, that will nurture them if they need to be nurtured. But we do get a little bit with the bear energy there. We do get a little bit here of someone who is, sets themselves apart a little bit, has very strong boundaries and doesn't let people get too close, can actually be a little bit defensive when people get a little bit too close. So just be aware of that, Capricorn. It is also very defensive. But, I feel like those people that know you, know that the nurturing, protective side of you, within the friends and family group, but they do also see that, you are someone very strong and powerful, in very independent and kind of set apart from the rest kind of energies. So it's definitely Capricorn kind of energy coming through there. We do also see the fish energy coming through here. I do feel that for a lot of you, you may not actually be focusing that strongly on your relationships with your friends and family at the moment. There may just be some other stuff going on in your life at the moment, Capricorn, because we do see here, straight away your energy has come out as the first card when we're asking about friends and family. So we're kind of seeing not so much your relationship with your friends and family, but your like the way that you're viewed by your friends and family is kind of what's coming through here. I feel like those, when we're seeing that, it does sort of show us that those relationships are relatively secure. If anything, people maybe do want a little bit more closeness from you with that bear energy. And then with the fish here and then the clouds, they see you as someone who is very focused on money, that you've got your mind on your money and your money on your mind. The clouds is all about your thoughts. The fish is about abundance, wealth, generation of abundance and financial aspects. So for a lot of you, you are focusing a lot more on money at the moment rather than sort of anything else in your life, which is, the typical, stereotypical Capricorn energy there as well. But I do sort of feel that for a lot of you, you're kind of maybe in this realm at the moment where you are just feeling very abundant with the relationships that you do have. You're feeling as though you're very wealthy in the fact of love between you and friends, and love between you and family. It feels very abundant and safe for you with that at the moment. And it sort of feels as though this clouds energy is you just being very, it's kind of in contrast to the next energy though as well. I probably will clarify this, but the clouds energy, it can be, being very prone to overthinking. So be aware that you may be overthinking some certain things when it comes to your relationships with your friends and your family. I will just clarify that. Clarify that clouds energy for Capricorn when it comes to relationships with friends and family, because it is something, it's very logical, rational, the clouds energy. Yeah, I kind of feel like, we have the sun clarifying that. So, it's showing me that the clouds energy is not the more negative aspects of the clouds. Sometimes it can veer into negative energy, because overthinking can really lead to anxiety and depression and things like that. But it's showing me with that sun coming out that, you're thinking things through very logically and rationally, and kind of keeping a straight head on your shoulders here. You're thinking very, rationally about your friends and your family, and feeling that you do have a lot of abundance there, and you're being maybe overthinking certain things here and there, but it's bringing things to light within you yourself. When it comes to, I feel like it's bringing to light, this energy here, the way that you're thinking about your friends and the family. It does sort of bring to light the fact that you do want to be a little bit more emotionally open and vulnerable with those friends and family, but also that you're feeling as though, you've made some really good lifelong connections within your friends and your family. It's kind of like, this is my family. This is the life that, I still expect to see these people in my life, 10 years from now, 20 years from now. I'm happy with the choices in friends and family that I've got, and they do feel very loyal and supportive of me, and revealing to myself that I do want to be a little bit more emotionally intimate with them, a little bit more vulnerable with them, maybe not so stuck in logic and rationality. And so I feel as though you're just happy with the relationships that you've got in your life at the moment. And they seem to be very happy with you, and they are long-term relationships that do bring you a lot of joy and happiness. So when things do get a little bit bleak, when you are overthinking things a little bit, reminding yourself that you've got these people around you that love you and care about you, and that they will nurture you just as much as you nurture them. They will protect you just as much as you will protect them. It's stable, it's lovely, it's loving, it's really good positive energy. And I feel as though this is something that you're kind of realizing that, this is my people. This is my people, and I'm going to, do whatever I need to do to make sure these are my people and they stay my people, like that. These are my long-term friends and family, and that's the way it is. No news is good news, Capricorn. Okay, Capricorn, what's going on for Capricorn with work and career relationships, please? That one's trying to flip out, but I hadn't actually asked the question yet. Okay, what's going on for Capricorn with work and career relationships? Relationships within work and career for Capricorn. That's the whole deck. You may feel a little bit unstable within those relationships at the moment, Capricorn. Yeah. It came out anyway. That card that was trying to flip itself out, it has come out. Okay, so firstly we have the coffin energy, Capricorn. So I feel like that's the instability I was feeling there. The coffin energy is it's all about death and rebirth. So it's endings that bring brand new beginnings for you. So something may have ended. I feel like the ending has already happened for a lot of you here. And it's sort of bringing in some brand new energy within the relationships that you're, creating and that you have within your work and career. For some of you, this is more directly not so much about the people, but about your relationship with career. And something has ended. I feel like the instability has ended or is coming to an end. Just clarify what has ended for Capricorn within career and work relationships, please. So that was clarified. The ending has been clarified by the birds and the tree. So it's kind of like the birds is all about conversations and the tree is about yourself and the way that you see yourself, look after yourself. Okay, so I feel like you've kind of had a conversation with yourself and you've come to some sort of decision about what's best. I do feel as though for a lot of you there has been some sort of healing that you have gone through just on a personal level. And that phase has kind of ended and you've had a bit of a chat with yourself and you're kind of like, no, because I feel like this is like, you've had a conversation with yourself and you've had these conversations about healing elsewhere in your life, and that phase has kind of ended, and now you're sort of closing the door on that and ready to be focused back in on the work and career side of yourself a little bit more, and you've ended that phase of growth within yourself. You've grown and matured quite a lot. And you've understood that you have grown and matured quite a lot in the recent past here. And that phase has kind of, that's come to a bit of an end. I've learned a lot from that phase of my life, from that healing that I needed to do, from the learning I needed to go under, and I'm closing the lid on that chapter and I'm moving forward into the next chapter. And then we do see the Fox energy, okay, which is a very strong career card, okay. It really does talk about not selling yourself short, standing strong and tall and firm and independent, focusing on your own survival, okay. So you're not focusing anymore on looking after yourself, you're focusing on doing what needs to be done and getting things done, no matter what you've got to say or do to get things done the way that they need to be done. The Fox energy is very intelligent and clever and, a little bit tricky sometimes about the way that they do things. But it's definitely not selling yourself short. I feel like for a lot of you here, when it comes to the relationships that you're having with people around yourself, it feels like a lot more confidence, even if it's like a false confidence. It's kind of that fake it till you make it kind of energy. The Fox energy sometimes is putting on that mask of, do you know what? I have my ish together and I'm here to get shit done one way or another, and I will do that. It's very determined energy coming through here. I'm surprised I'm not seeing the mountain as well here, but it is a very determined kind of energy where you seem to be very, very focused on, getting things done when it comes to career, and the relationships are kind of just you're using them to propel yourself to where you need to be within your career. And it's not that you're using the relationships, it's that you're putting on a very business face and getting things done the way that they need to be, and just focusing very heavily on the career side of things and not selling yourself short, not allowing anyone within the workplace to bring you down. You're not allowing yourself to be pulled astray by, workplace gossip, workplace drama, people taking out time, chatting too long to you. You're kind of like, no, I need to get some work done here, guys. I'm here to work. I'm kind of getting that vibe here. We do also have the garden coming through. I'm going to clarify that, but it is all about important meetings. So you're definitely not selling yourself short when it comes to any important meetings that are taking place here. You're doing what needs to be done. You're meeting people halfway, compromising when you need to compromise. You're going to the work events you need to go to. You're getting things really done for yourself here. For some of you, that may involve, interview process. I feel for some of you, and you're really standing strong and not selling yourself short when it comes to job interviews and things like that. But also, proposals and work related proposals and things like that. You're definitely not. You're not allowing anyone to bully you out at the moment, to take advantage of you in any kind of way. You're very, very strong and willpower, like strong willpower at the moment, Capricorn, when it comes to your relationships with people on the business front. Clarify the garden energy for Capricorn, because it can also talk sometimes a little bit more casual, because it is my date card. Right as I say that, some of you may be meeting someone through work. Sometimes some of these, and I feel like for some of you, they see that about you and they're like, Capricorn is just so focused on work. Oh my gosh, that's like, whoo, boss energy. Capricorn. We have the clover and the heart, clarifying that garden. Like I said, that is my date card. It's going to attending, sometimes more casual things, work functions, meeting people for coffee, going over the proposal, or sit down and have a coffee at the coffee shop while we go over this proposal. You may be taking a chance on love somehow, from one of these meetings. There may be some sort of risk involved, some sort of investment that for some of you it may not be out and out love, although I feel like it definitely could be for some of you, because hidden energy on the bottom, we have the ring, so relationships as well. So for some of you, it definitely could be meeting someone that could turn into a love relationship, but for others of you here, it could be just taking a risk to invest with your heart, trusting your heart and your instinct to invest in something or someone. Okay, so if you're the one running the interviews, you may feel like you're taking a bit of a chance on someone, it may be risky to hire that person, but you're like, no, my heart is telling me, my sense of, love and heart space is really telling me that there's something about this person that I need that person on board. So for some of you, go with your heart when it comes to those sorts of things as well. The relationship definitely could be quite a strong one. For others of you, we definitely could be, seeing love and work collide within those relationships in the near future for you, Capricorn. Anything else Capricorn needs to know about, please? Important messages for Capricorn. Anything else Capricorn needs to know right now? Seeing doubling up on energies here. We have the fox coming through once again. So, that kind of shows us that you're in the right way. You're doing things the right way when it comes to that fox energy that we discussed. We do have this slight message here with the scales and the birds. So we are seeing here that there is the need here to make sure we're coming from a very balanced place when we are having conversations with people, that we need to, maintain the force of balance. Okay. We need to weigh both sides of situations when we're having these conversations, stay more objective, rather than, picking a side and going all in. Being very balanced with the way that we're approaching conversations. Okay, so very rational, balanced, conversational stuff at the moment for you, Capricorn. We do also have the bear. So stay strong, stay powerful, keep those boundaries up. You're doing all the right things here, Capricorn. Especially when it comes to the work front, I feel like that's really going to pay out for you. The friends and family, we're seeing a lot of happiness there in the future. It's all paying out for you. You remember to nurture and protect, as well as have those boundaries up and be that strong, powerful person people can rely on. Don't forget to, be nurturing and let people in a little bit more sometimes too, with that bear. Okay, don't rip people's face off if they get too close. But that's what we have for you today, Capricorn. It's no news is good news, Capricorn. It all seems pretty good. You're doing the right things. You're approaching things in the right kind of ways. Everything seems to be, that seems to be the main message of advice here, is to just make sure you're coming from a very place of balance. And objectiveness when you're having conversations with people. You're not taking sides. You're staying very balanced and even keeled, and things will go smoothly for you. But you are more than welcome to check your other placements, of course, and hopefully I'll see you all again soon.